Donald Trump just moments ago in front of a huge crowd in Melbourne, Florida, laying into the media and lighting things up. Take a look.
I also want to speak to you without the filter of the fake news. The dishonest media, which has published one false story after another, with no sources, even though they pretend they have them, they make them up in many cases. They just don't want to report the truth, and they've been calling us wrong now for 2 years. They don't get it, but they're starting to get it. I can tell you that. They've become a big part of the problem. They are part of the corrupt system. Thomas Jefferson, Andrew Jackson, and Abraham Lincoln, and many of our greatest presidents fought with the media and called them out, oftentimes on their lies. When the media lies to people, I will never, ever let them get away with it. I will do whatever I can that they don't get away with it. They have their own agenda, and their agenda is not your agenda.
So Donald Trump is basically saying the media is not on your side, and he is aligning himself with the people. The media is now officially the opposition. The Democrats completely out of power. Pelosi, Schumer, totally irrelevant. So now the media has come forward, and they're saying, you know what, we are going to be the ones to fight against Donald Trump. And that's a huge risk for the media. But what Trump is going to say is, you know what, I'm the people's protector. I'm on the people's side, and the media does not have your best interests at heart. And he aligned himself with the crowd so much, he actually brought a crowd member up on stage with him. Take a look.
Hop over the fence. Come on. He can do it. This guy's in good shape. Look at him. Look at this guy. Come on. This guy is great. Don't worry about him. No. Come here. Pick it up. Come on up. Come on. Come here. Come on.
So the bottom line is the media is the enemy and the rest of the country is on Trump's side. And he's actually called them the enemy. We have one of his latest tweets right here saying, quote, the fake news media, failing New York Times, NBC News, ABC, CBS, CNN, is not my enemy. It is the enemy of the American people. And that has gotten the press so crazy, they don't know what to do with themselves. And even Republicans are upset by this. John McCain speaking to NBC News here.
If you want to preserve democracy as we know it, you have to have a free and many times adversarial press. And without it, I'm afraid that we would lose so much of our individual liberties over time. That's how dictators get started.
Now, I have a lot of respect for Senator McCain. He's a real hero. But dictatorships, I don't think so. Might be a little exaggeration over there. Anyway, that's how the deal is. We're going to have some problems now, the press versus Trump. But with us now to break it all down is Pete Hegseth, the man, the myth, the legend. So I believe the media enjoys being the enemy because it's always about themselves. They're very self-centered, and they love to play the victim card. But the worrisome thing for me is that they are going to play this so voraciously and attack so much, it's going to reinforce the idea that they're the enemy so much in the public's head that they're never going to be able to recover from this.
Of course not. They've already done that to themselves.
Right.
They deem the end of the republic at hand, which
right.
plays into Trump's hand. He's saying, no, I'm merely trying to do what the people sent me to Washington to do,
right.
and you're at every stop going to tell me that I'm wrong. No, I'm not. And I'm going to double down on that. And the opposition that you bring will reinforce the fact that I came to the swamp to drain it.
Right.
You are a part of the very swamp.
Right.
You are the institution that the people loathe.
Right.
And I'm going to call you out, and the people are going to love me
That's right.
for it.
You can
and they do.
You can actually see the media circling in the drain as we speak. And this is not the first time that presidents have gone after the media like this. And he referenced it today in Melbourne. I mean, Thomas Jefferson, quote, the only toxin of a nation, speaking about the press. And then Lincoln, quote, newspapers lie and then they re-lie. And this guy, saved the Union. So, I mean, is he against free press too?
Wait, was that Lincoln and Jefferson, or were those Trump tweets?
It's the same thing.
It's the exact same thing. What did people expect? When Trump said he was going to take on the establishment, did they think it was going to be easy or polite or nice or not messy? Of course it was going to be difficult. He's going to have press conferences where he berates them, tweets where he calls them out, and rallies where he goes straight to the American people.
That's true.
That's what conflict requires. And Republicans have never had, a standard bearer with a set of cojones willing to go on stage and call them what they are, which is a part of the left-wing establishment of this country, which has drifted us in that direction, regardless of whether Republicans or Democrats are in charge. He's doing that, and the people that elected him love him.
They love it. And the stuffed shirt senators, all these guys, are giving this president a lot of problems. You have McCain, small majority in the Senate, and these guys complain more than the Democrats.
And that's going to be the biggest problem.
He's got some challenges on his hands.
Like you, I'm a big fan of Senator McCain. I honor his service. I appreciate him. But the fact that they're laying into the way we've always looked at politics. We got to play through John Dickerson and ABC and NBC and NBC and hope they're the proper filters. No, they're not. They've slanted against us from the beginning. Why do we think everyone in the world sees America the way we see ourselves? Stop playing that game. Step back. Put America first. Call a spade, and listen, I hope John McCain will get on board because he is an honorable American.
Right.
But right now, to be the opposition within his own party.
That's right. And speaking of America first, you know who came out first was Melania. Melania read a prayer, and it brought the house down. I think everybody enjoyed seeing her up there. Did you listen to the Melania prayer?
I did. I listened extra closely. It was well done. Very well done by Melania.
And also, one of the major things we talked about, we're going to talk about it later, is the press just can't keep up because this guy's clicking on all cylinders. But
no, and how do they ratchet up their hysteria at this point?
I don't know.
When he's Hitler, he can't be more Hitler.
I know.
Right?
They can't stop. It's out of control.